Welcome to Garage Gym Athlete Cooldowns. These episodes are short, actionable podcasts pulled from previous interviews and content we've been publishing for the last several years. So go for a walk, hop on the rower, or clip into the bike for this cooldown episode. You know, there's so many different things I wanted to talk to you about in this book, but I know that we have the time that we have. But one thing I wanted to hit on right away, I had this was the first note, was do your job. You know, that was a big piece that hit home with me. I'm a big the book The One Thing by Gary Keller I really enjoyed that book, and that's. I like your approach of how you say it a little bit better. Do your job as opposed to, sticking to your one thing. So what, you said people who do not attain success focus on everything but the necessary required actions. So what does do your job mean to you?
Great question. I want to just give credit to Bill Belichick, right? This is a phrase that they say for the Patriots, like nonstop, do your job. And if you look at, they're going to go play the Eagles in the Super Bowl. They are one of the most successful, if not the most successful franchise in the NFL right now with the amount of Super Bowls and trips in the last, just under 20 years. So do your job means, to me, do what you're supposed to do. We all have this path in life that leads us to this desired promised land or this desired paradise, right? This place we want to achieve and create. And to do your job is simple. I teach my boys this every day. I'm like, just do your job. Like, do what you're supposed to do and count on mommy and daddy to do what we're going to do, to put the lights on, put food on the table, put gas in the cars, get the vacations and the clothes. But you do your job. And if a man or a woman will learn to do their job and to do it well, we have a phrase. I have a lot of phrases with my boys, and I'll say, if anything is worth doing, then they will say it's worth doing well. And I'm like, what does that mean? And they'll say, it means if you're going to do something, go all out. Take pride in the dishes. Take pride in the counter in your marriage. Like, what's your job as a man? From my worldview and perspective, it's like we go hunt buffalo. Right? We bring home the meat, the bacon, the cheddar. Our job is to honor our wife, our children, and do your job is just 3 simple words. You do what you're supposed to do, what you said you would do, what you committed to do. And if you'll do that, only good things come about from that, period. And
I think, maybe, I don't know, I feel like I should get it tattooed on my forearm just so I keep it, at the forefront of my mind at all times. Do your job, whatever your job is in that moment. And we do have a lot of roles as parents, as athletes, as entrepreneurs, all these different things that we're trying to juggle. How do you juggle all of that? We talked about at the beginning, you kind of gave a quick introduction to all the things that you're doing. You're doing, I think you said flag football games, and everything in between, run this business, podcasting. How do you manage to bring that do your job mentality, enthusiasm to everything that you're doing?
That's a great question. I'd say one of the things is, one of the principles we teach, principle number 4, is clarity is power. And if you'll get clear about what you truly want, we're all going to die. We're all going to get to this place where we look back and we're like, wow, I lived this life. And you either get there by default or you get there by design, right? Intentional, deliberate design. So I would say, look, go get clear first of all. Get clear. What do you want? What do you want it to look like? Once you know what's that picture is, the life, the marriage, the children, the family, the home, the car, the job, the retirement, all that stuff, then I would say, okay, well, what's required to get it? And once you figure out what's required to get it, I go right to, for me, it's priority. If everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. That doesn't work. Most people think, well, this is all. No, every time of the day has its specific pecking order. In the morning early from 4:15 to 7 is my time. That's my gym time. That's my study time. That's my supplements going to the body. That's my strength. That is Setema's time. That's where I start winning the day. From 7 to about 8:15, that's my family's time. We got family prayer, family scripture. I make breakfast. We got music jamming on the JBL box. I take my boys to school. That's family time. From about 8:15, by the time I get home from taking my boys to school, till about 9, again, that's more personal prep time. And then from 9 till about 3:30 or 4, that's work. That is where I grind. That is where I do what's required. That is where I'm with my teams. That's got to be so effective and so efficient. And from 4 on, it's back to my family. right? We got practice and karate, and I'm taking kids to basketball or football, depending on the season, sitting with them doing homework, playing catch. My son's like, hey, can we play catch today? I'm like, right at 4 o'clock. So then from 8 o'clock, I put my boys down about 7:30. Then from 8 o'clock till 10 or whenever I go to sleep, that's me and my wife's time. And then I got to mix in. I'm a church guy. I mix in my community. So every part of the days has got to have a priority. And the time for me to work is not at midnight. Man, that's time to sleep for me. Right? 5 in the morning, that's not time for my boys. That's time for me to go to the gym. But I have times of the day where there's a priority. So I say, go, like, clarity's power. Go get clear about the life you want. Figure out what's required to get it. Get your priorities, right? A high, mid, and low. And stick according to what you're supposed to do, right? Do your job in the time you allotted for it. And look, life's amazing. It really can be. And one final thing on this is I say it, like, it doesn't have to be complicated. A lot of people fail and struggle because they think life has got to be super complex. I'm like, no, the reason it's complex is because you are unwilling to confront what's required or what's the next required thing. What's the next one thing? When people want to avoid setting a priority, setting a clarity target, they go to complexity. And I'm like, look, I got church, I got physical, I got spiritual, I got relational, I got a wife, I got kids, I got parents. I've got my little teams that I coach. I got my clients, group clients, one-on-one clients, immersion, all these things going on. And it's simple. When it's the time to do this, that's what I do. When it's the time to do this, this is what I do. And I'm just clear that if a person will do that, man, it's amazing and it's very fulfilling. And yeah, I schedule time to meditate, and I was in bed by 8:30 last night. And so, yeah, you can really create a life that's amazing.
Thanks for listening to today's Cooldown. If for some ridiculous reason you are not subscribed to Garage Gym Athlete Programming, fix that problem right now. Go to GarageGymAthlete.com, sign up for a free trial, get started with us today. Thanks for listening.